لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله ثم الحمد لله. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله وما توفيقي واعتمادي واتكالي إلا على الله. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله ونبيه وخليله عليه أفضل الصلاة وأسر التسليم. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم، يوم ترونها تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد. نسأل الله الرحمة والعافية في ذلك اليوم. My brothers and sisters, I invite myself and you to have the taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our heart. Remember the day when we leave this dunya for another life. Remember your grave. Remember Sirat al-Mustaqim. Remember the time we stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah to give us the tadbik in this dunya and the hereafter, Ya Rabbil Alamin. Amma ba'd, فإن من أفضل أيامكم يوم الجمعة فأكثروا علي من الصلاة فيه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا, as he advises to send our salam and listen to him, especially on the day of Friday. وفيه ساعة لا يسأل الله العبد فيها شيئا إلا أعطاه إياه ما لم يسأل حراما. There is a certain time on Friday, if you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for anything, Allah will grant it for you as long as you don't ask for haram. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all of us, our family, our loved one, and the Ummah Ya Rabbil Alameen. May Allah grant us a full maghfirah Ya Rabbil Alameen. May Allah grant us the highest place in the Jannah. May Allah give the nasr and the victory to those who are oppressed throughout the world. Allahumma ameen, Allahumma ameen. Wa ba'd. يقول الله تعالى أو كالذي مر على قرية وهي خاوية على عروشها. Allah described the story of a person, regardless of who's that person. He passed by a destroyed town, a vacant town, an empty town. There is no life. قال أنى يحيي هذه الله بعد موتها. And after he saw all the destruction, he started wondering how in the world Allah will bring life to this destroyed town or the town. فَأَمَاتَهُ اللَّهُ مِئَةَ عَامٍ. Allah sent him to death for 100 years. ثُمَّ بَعَثَ. Then he resurrected it again. قَالَ كَمْ لَبِثْتَ. Allah asked him, how much time you spent? قَالَ لَبِثْتُ يَوْمًا أَوْ بَعْضَ يَوْمٍ. I spent a day or part of a day. قَالَ بَلْ لَبِثْتَ مِئَةَ عَامٍ. Indeed, you have spent 100 years. فانظر إلى طعامك وشرابك. Look at your food. The food, لم يتسنى. Allah kept it and preserved it the same way it was 100 years. وانظر إلى حمارك ولنجعلك آية للناس. And look at your donkey, it becomes bones, and Allah kept some preserved and the other let the natural way for it to decay. That's the story Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us. وَانظُرْ إِلَى حِمَارِكَ وَلِنَجْعَلَكَ آيَةً لِلنَّاسِ وَانظُرْ إِلَى الْعِظَامِ كَيْفَ نُنشِزُهَا ثُمَّ نَكْسُوهَا لَحْمًا. And look and see how we get the bones together and we'll cover it with the skin or the flesh again. فَلَمَّا تَبَيَّنَ لَهُ. And after he saw this miracle in front of him, قَالَ أَعْلَمُ أَنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. He raised his hand. I submit, I admit, I believe that Allah عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. Allah is able to do anything He wishes. La ilaha illallah. Now nowadays, if you look at Aleppo, if you look at different parts of the world, probably we have a similar question. How this will come to life again? When you have millions of people fled their countries and the places where they were born. When you have a lot of people dying, a lot of injured, a lot of trauma, a lot of destruction. How is it going to come back again? So I chose one ayah, inshallah, we can focus on, because sometimes the situation around us is very challenging. And we need to see how we can change this negative atmosphere into opportunities. We need to see how we can live up the Muslim model that as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to be. We want to see how we channel these despairs and destruction into hope and building bi'idhnillahi azza wa jal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Taha, He gave the instruction to Musa alayhi salam, اذهب بأنت وأخوك بآياتنا ولا تنيا في ذكري. Very simple say, اذهب, you go. That represents positive attitude. أنت وأخوك, you and your brother, that represents teamwork. So you have to have positive attitude and you have to have team working together. بآياتنا, based on ilm and knowledge, certain path, certain way that you're educated about. ولا تنيا. تنيا, do not be lazy about it, and it represents hard work. في ذكري. Whatever you do is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are ma'alim al-najah. These are, foundations for success. We can briefly, inshallah, touch upon each one of them quickly bi'idhnillahi azza wa jalla. The first thing Allah asked Musa alayhi salam is idhab. You need to get up, you need to move. You need, complaining and sitting and crying, analyzing, it do nothing. You gotta do something about it. That's why when Allah gave Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam the risala and he went home and he was shivering, he was terrified, and he told his wife, "Inni khashitu ana." I'm so scared about myself. I'm afraid of about myself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him what? Ya ayyuhal muzammil qum al-layla illa qalila. The one who's hiding, who's sleeping, terrified, that's not going to do anything. You need to get up, improve your relation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Pray, qiyam al-layl, that will improve your relation with. Then after that, Ya ayyuhal muddathir qum fa'anzir. Praying at night, that will improve your relation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you need to work with your relation with the others. قُمْ فَأَنذِرْ. You need to deliver. فَاصْدَعْ بِمَا تُؤْمَرْ. You need to speak out. You need to let the people know about your faith, about your iman, about mercy to mankind. So if we are about to make a change, we really have to believe that we can make a difference. We need to have a positive attitude. We need to have hope that we can change things. In the darkest moment of the life of the Prophet ﷺ, one of the time in the battle of the trench, the campaign of the trench, some people said, أَيَعِدُنَا صَاحِبُكُمْ أَن تُفْتَحْ عَلَيْنَا بِلَادُ قَيْصَرْ وَكِسْرَى وَأَحَدُنَا لَا يَأْمَنُ أَن يَقْضِي حَاجَتَهُ. Your man, they're referring to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is promising us, to open and conquer Persia, Rome, and what have you. We cannot go to the bathroom in peace. We're not safe just to go and use the bathroom. How he's promising us left and right. So at some time, it becomes so difficult that we start having these issues. هُنَالِكَ ابْتُلِيَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَزُلْزِلُوا زِلْزَالًا شَدِيدًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put the Muslimin, the mu'mineen, through a difficult test. It's like an earthquake. When an earthquake will take place, everything's shaking. You start worrying, what's happening? Where I'm going to go? What will happen to me? That difficult time, إِذْ جَاءُوكُم مِّن فَوْقِكُم مِّنْ أَسْفَلَ مِنكُم وَزَاغَتِ الْأَبْصَارُ وَبَلَغَتِ الْقُلُوبُ الْحَنَاجِرَ وَتَظُنُّونَ بِاللَّهِ الظُّنُونَ. You need to have that hope, that message, that positive attitude that things can change. Because at a time where the heart about to get out of the body, at a time when people lost their vision, what are we going to do? وَتَظُنُّونَ بِاللَّهِ الظُّنُونَ. Even people start doubting the promises of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We need to have that attitude. وَلَا تَهِنُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلَوْنَ إِن كُنتُم مُؤْمِنِينَ. As long as you're believers, as long as you have that faith, do not be sad and do not get despaired. That's number one. If we are about to change, أنت وأخوك, you and your brother. Challenges around us, I cannot do it myself, and you cannot do it by yourself. Allah is telling Musa, you and your brother. And Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah يقول مثل الأخوة كمثل اليد والعين. Our relationship, as a community, as an ummah, as a nation, we should be like the eyes and the hand. What is the relationship between our eyes and hand? He said, إذا دمعت العين مسحت اليد دمعها. If the tears come down from your eyes, you're not going to call the brother, can you please wipe out my... You just hold your hand, you wipe out your tears. وَإِذَا تَأَلَّمَتِ الْيَدِ. And if you have pain in your hand, what will happen? بَكَتِ الْعَيْنُ لِأَلَمِهَا. Your eyes will cry for your pain. That is the relationship. We feed one another. We care about one another. We share with one another, whether here or abroad or everywhere. Impact, positive attitude, and أخوه. Teamwork, بآياتنا. We gotta have, a clear vision. على بصيرة. We cannot, if you're going somewhere, you want to go, you put the address in the GPS so you know which highway you're taking, which street. So you have an idea how long it will take you, how to avoid the traffic, if you need gas on the way, if you need to rest, you want to eat or something. So you're going to prepare. Same thing for our life, my brothers and sisters. At least, for our youth, for ourselves, we should have the very basic knowledge of our Aqidah al-Iman. Our children should have the very basics of ibadat. How to perform salah, what is tahara, when you need to make ghusl and what have you. We have to have the very basics of akhlaq, of mu'amalat, and so on. This way, when I leave and you leave this dunya, when we come under the ground, our children will continue the legacy. That is bi-ayatina. That is the ilm. That's the manhaj. That's the sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wala taniya. Number 4, hard work. You have to continue the work. And, there are few priorities I think Muslims in America seriously need to focus on. The issue of our youth, the issue of da'wah and civic engagement and outreach, especially nowadays after the election. We need to do more than what we have been doing for years and years. We have to work together to make sure our community development to continue bi'idhnillah azza wa jalla. In 20, 50 years, our number will be doubled. What are we going to do? We're going to do 5th khutbah, something like that. Our kids' numbers will be more than what we have to do. What are we going to do? What about Islamic schools? What about youth center? What about our sisters, our brothers? A lot of people will be coming to La ilaha illallah, Muhammadun Rasulullah. So we need to continue the work bi'idhnillahi azza wa jalla. You have lots of challenges. The Surgeon General report a few weeks back saying that 1 out of 7 of our children, they are subject to addiction, whether it's drug or alcohol. 1 out of 7. 10% only get treated. In this country, we spend $400+ billion on addiction and drugs and treatment. We spend on diabetes around $200+ billion. We double that number when it comes. So every dollar of treatment, preventive treatment, to make sure our kids stay on the right path, away from drugs, away from the haram, that impact not only our immediate family, but it will impact the nation and the society around us. Now, some of us feel, what can I do, What is 2,000-3,000 people can do in a 300-400 million people country, Al-Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us. He said, إِذَا قَامَتِ الْقِيَامَةِ. If the day of judgment to take place, and you have a plant or a tree in your hands, and if you're able to plant it, plant it. That tree is dead, definitely. That plant will not see the light, definitely. The whole world will be collapsed, and your tree will collapse first. So there is no point of planting it because nothing will come out. Yet, Rasulullah said, if you're able to plant it, do it. Which means you need to continue working regardless of the result. You reap the result to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rasulullah, he made hijrah. I mentioned this last time I came. He made hijrah. He did not take vacation 3-4 days to rest. He built Masjid Khutbah. He did not take another vacation. He built his masjid. And after that he did the da'wah and so on. The work will continue. وَاعْبُدْ رَبَّكَ حَتَّى يَأْتِيَكَ الْيَقِينُ. Until we meet our Lord Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And finally, fi dhikri. We need to understand, my brothers and sisters, nothing takes place in the world without the ilm and the knowledge and the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we need to relax just a little bit. Nothing will happen in the world to you, to your family, to the Muslim everywhere, except with the approval of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَعَسَىٰ أَن تَكْرَهُوا شَيْئًا وَيَجْعَلُ اللَّهُ فِيهِ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا. Maybe you hate something, but in that things you hate, maybe a lot of good is going to come out. And that's what we're looking for, my brothers and sisters. We're looking for that good that we will see, that it's somewhere. We have to have that positive attitude if we're serious about change, inshallah. We need to work together as a team, inshallah, based on ilm and knowledge and understanding. In Allah Azza wa Jal, we need not to relax. Our Rasul used to make dua every morning. Ya Allah, a'udhu bika min al-'ajz wal kasal. Ya Allah, I ask you to protect me from being lazy, from being unable to do things around. And whatever we do is under the supervision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything we do for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قل إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لكم فيا فوز المستغفرين. الحمد لله ثم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا يا رب العالمين. My brothers and sisters, we are in the final hours of 2016. Whatever we have done of good, we ask Allah to accept it from us, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And if we have done something wrong, definitely we did. May Allah forgive us, Ya Rabbil Alameen. May Allah give us the chance to have a tawbah, so we can start the new year, inshallah, in a good pace with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I know we have done a lot of good in this organization, but we're trying to do one, inshallah, good deeds before the end of the year, which is to bring a smile for those who are in need. الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول من أدخل السرور على أهل بيت من المسلمين لم يرى الله له جزاء دون الجنة. If you're able to bring a smile to a Muslim household, Allah will reward you with nothing but the Jannah. As it's cold, as it's coming to the end and tax season and payment, we have lots of poor people in our community. I'm not collecting for Dallas or Chicago. We're talking about, mashallah, had a very successful social program. 250 people, mashallah, every week they eat and benefit from this place. Thousands of people, around 120,000 every year of social services offered to the needy. So we want you, inshallah, today to dedicate whatever you want to give, inshallah, for the needy family, inshallah. If you want to do something for the utilities, if you want to do something for Quran project, if you want to do something for the youth project, it's your call. So I ask, inshallah, after salah to give me 2 minutes, inshallah. I know you have to go to work, but we'll make it quick in Allah Azza wa Jal. 2 minutes to raise fund for your masjid, your organization, your community in Allah Azza wa Jal. You pick and choose. You want to give it to the needy, you want to give for the utilities, you want to give for youth program, Quran, da'wah, whatever suits you, whatever your type. But my request today for my brother and sister, to please not to leave without giving something. If you can afford $100 for 10 months, please do it. If you can afford $50 for 10 months, let it be. If you can afford $10 one time, please do it, inshallah. And whatever you give today, say, Ya Rab, sadaqah on behalf of my mother, on behalf of my wife, on behalf of my husband, on behalf of my children, my loved one. Somebody is sick, somebody is not feeling good. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad, kama sallaita ala Ibrahim. وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا وأنت راض عنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والرضا والغنى. اللهم لا تدع لنا ذنبا إلا غفرته، ولا مريضا إلا شافيته، ولا غائبا إلا إلى أهله ردته، ولا مسجونا مظلوما إلا فككت أسره. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم انصر إخواننا المظلومين في كل مكان. اللهم كن معهم لا تكن عليهم. اللهم زدهم لا تنقصهم. اللهم أكرمهم لا تهنهم. ليس لهم إلا أنت يا عزيز يا جبار. اللهم كل من ساهم في بناء هذا المركز وهذه الجالية اللهم اكتب له بيتا في الجنة. اللهم اكتب لهم مغفرة تامة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم قرها عينهم بأبنائهم وأولادهم وذرياتهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر.